Okay, welcome to today's workout. We're going to start off with a warm-up, which will be starting with a squat and going into a lunge. So lunging on both legs, remember we've got two, and then we go back to a squat. So lunge, one leg, lunge the other leg, and squat, and back to it. Fantastic, you've got it. And squat. Alrighty, let's go, let's keep it going. It's all about just getting the blood flow up and just a bit of a warm up. So we are now up to the advanced level of our postnatal program and progression. So here on inwards, really, it's all about the weights, improving on those weights particularly, and we move on to a more advanced exercises as well. Fantastic, let's shake it off. Now we need to warm up a little bit of our upper body as well. So I suggest you do a bit of a back row. Whatever you have available next to you, it's not a big deal what it is. But again, we're not doing a full-on workout, it's just a warm-up. So if you've got a single or a multiple handle here, fantastic. Now I'm quite flexible whether you're doing in the upright or a straight row angle. It's not a big deal as long as those muscles are getting warmed up. What is a big deal is following the exercises after the warm-up that we do. I'm usually quite flexible with these warm-ups as long as the targeted muscles are getting warmed up. That's the main thing. Fantastic, let's keep going. All right, so just do a bit of dynamic stretching. So if we slightly bend one knee and put the other leg forward, so like this. Yep, so this one's bent a little bit, this one's straight. All we're doing is just swaying. So keeping this front straight leg is straight, and all we're doing is coming forward with our hips. Okay, so you should be feeling a hamstring stretch on the straight leg. So on here, feeling a wonderful stretch. All we're doing. Let's do another 10. Fantastic, and swap legs. Fantastic. Now we're going to work on our hip stretch. So just have one knee upright in 90 degrees and the other one down 90 degrees, sort of like a lunge. And the one down here, you're going to twist the knee so that it comes inwards here, right? So we've got it here, right? So all I'm going to do is inward it here and come forward. Yeah? That's all we're doing. And the other leg. So this is inverted and it comes forward, the other knee. So you should feel it a bit in the hips. All right. Lovely. Bit of a back and chest stretch here. Alrighty, so I've got my station set up. We're going to start with our core pull downs that we've been doing, but now we've, of course, we have upgraded to the cable, and we're doing it tall kneeling, okay? So something like this, okay? So again, don't forget, it's still the same, it's just we're progressing. So we're starting from eye level, and we're coming down, 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't forget to activate the core. Now this is not a lat pull down. There is a happy balance in the weights where if you start to really increase it, you feel it so less in the core but more in your lats, and it becomes a lat pull down exercise. So really test, the weights you can go up to without feeling it in your lats. Alrighty, I hope I've made sense. Last one. Fantastic. All right, so next up we've got our reverse lunges with dumbbells. So here we start at the front. Obviously, by now we all know how to do a lunge. You're at the advanced stage. So essentially, one leg goes back and down. Back up, and the other one goes back and lunge. Okay, let's keep going. We're doing 12 on each leg. Few more to go. We're nearly there. And last leg, last one. Fantastic. Now, I've got the TRX here. We are going to be doing a row, but at 45 angle. So this version is basically a bit more upright. This is about 45. Down here, right, would be more straight, yeah? Okay, so we really just want it about here, okay? So we pull in and we're pulling out. So it's still a row, it's just a different angle with a different tool rather than your cables. Off we go. It still requires that core to be engaged, let's not forget. 10 more, we've got it. So we're going out slowly on the way out and up quick, yeah? Fantastic. Well, that's the end of round 1. Shake it off and we'll get back on to round 2. Alrighty. Okay, so we're back onto the pull down for our core, straight kneeling. And we start off in this position right here, not all the way up. We don't need to start up there. We don't get any benefits. Down here, and off we go. Slowly on the way down, and up we come. And slowly on a count of 3 down. Let's do another 2 more. Fantastic, we're on to our lunges again. So here we go, start and we go back. Fantastic, last leg. Fabulous, alrighty. Well, hope you're ready for the next one. We're back on the TRX. Alrighty, let's go back onto our positions and let's start. Making sure those wrists are straight, not arched out or inwards. Remember, those scapulars are going all the way out and all the way in. Let's do another 3 more. Fantastic, that's the end of round 2. Shake some muscles off and before we get into the next and last round of this circuit. All right, we're back onto our last round. We know the drill. We just need to get it done now, don't we? Alrighty. So breathing in and pulling down and activating the core. Great, last one. All right, next we're on to our reverse lunges. All righty, ready? And off we go. Nearly there, a few more to go on each leg. We're doing a fantastic job. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Let's push it through. Let's push it through. Alrighty, last leg. That's it. Fantastic. All right, next up, lucky last row. All right, let's get into positions. And off we go. Breathing in and slowly on the way down or out. Activating that, keeping that core strong. It's probably easier to look up onto the ceiling as you do this for your spine. Fantastic. All right, take a drink and we're back onto circuit 2. Okay, welcome back to the second circuit. We've still got our TRX here and we've done the back pulls. Now we're going to do the push-ups, okay? So I've got my little circuit set up here already. So let's start off with this one. Actually, I should probably mention I've got my dumbbell here for the sumo squat, bit of a bench or whatever you want to use for your single leg glute raises, and somewhere to rest my back. All right, so back onto it. Again, it's going to be about a 45-degree angle, just something around there. And we're now going to focus on the push-up. Now, the push-ups on a TRX, a proper push-up on a TRX, is a whole nother level. So we're just going to start here. Alrighty, so remember, we're breathing in on the way down and up we go. This is a tricky one and takes a while to get used to, but the thing with all the TRX exercises is that it really balances your core and really takes, you know, the ability to balance your core to another level. Fantastic. Let's do 2 more. Alrighty, lovely. Now what we're going to do is go on to our single leg glute raises. In the past, so far, in the other levels, we've done the very much so easier versions, but now we're doing single leg raises in an elevated way. Okay, so the key here is actually to have the box here quite close to your bum. It doesn't need to be further out, okay? So we place one leg up. So in this situation, I'm working on my right glute. So we're only working at one glute at a time. Okay. And all the way down, but your bum does not touch the ground. And down we come. Man, this is not an easy workout, I tell you what. It seems so easy, but it's really not. But, you know, if you find it really easy, you're welcome to put a dumbbell on your hips, on the front of your hips. But I think I'm okay for this one. And you really feel it on your hamstrings as well, I tell you what. Fantastic. Now let's swap legs. Okay, positions, and off we go. And that's it. All right, well, now that we've got our glutes fired up and hamstrings, we are ready to move on to the sumo squat. All right, so this is going to require just one big dumbbell. And here we want to have our toes 45-degree angle outwards. So here we have, so it's front here, and we move it out this way. All right, wider stance than usual. And off we go. Now we really want to have those scapulars backwards the whole time, especially as we're coming down. And you know, we have trained for it. So there's a reason why we do everything that we do in this whole series of workouts. Now with the sumo squat, your back is a little bit more upright than your typical squat as well. So keep that in mind. And you know, we're still pushing through those heels for every type of squat. Fantastic. Well, that's that. So just shake it off before we go on to our next round. All right, so I believe we are back onto it. Nearly. Hope you're ready. Hope you've somewhat recovered. All right, so let's go back onto positions. All right, 45-degree angle. And breathing in and up we go. You're doing fantastic. We're nearly there. Let's do 2 more. Alrighty, lovely. Now we go back onto our single-legged glute raises. Alrighty. Okay, let's begin. On the down we go. So we're going down slowly and we come up quickly. And it's a 3-second downward. Three more to go, we're nearly there. I know you're feeling that burn, but let's push it through. Push it through. 2 more. Fantastic. All right, 1 more leg to go. All right, let's do it. Few more to go, we're nearly there. Doing fantastic. I bet you're feeling that burn, but we've got only 2 more to go. Let's do it. Push it through. Fantastic. All right, we are fired up and ready to go onto our sumo squats. Let's do it. All right, we ready? I think so. Let's go down. Trying to go as down as you can, as possible, without touching the dumbbell to the ground. Or maybe just the tiniest slight tap is fine. Nearly there. Doing fantastic. It's not the easiest round, but we are progressing, and that's what exercise is all about. It's about you progressing versus you. That's it. You're in competition with yourself. That's all. Let's do 1 more. And it's the end of this round. Fantastic. Alrighty. Let's shake it off before we go on to our last round. All right. Alrighty, so we are back on to our last round. Hope you've slightly recovered. If you haven't, that's okay. We're not too far off from ending the workout. So let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Two more to go. We're nearly done. Doing fantastic. Lucky last. And done. Fantastic. All right. Our last lot of single leg raises. All righty. And we begin. So I really hope that your pelvic bones are actually aligned, so your hips are actually still straight. We don't have, one tilting towards more the other side and whatnot. We're really trying to make it straight. 2 more to go. Fantastic. Alrighty. We're on to the next leg. And off we go. You're doing well. I bet you feel the burn, but let's push through another 3. And last one. Fantastic. Alrighty. So, our last lot of sumo squats. Alrighty. We ready? I think so. Five. 2 more. We're nearly done. And last one. Let's now come to the bottom. Let's hold it there, right? We're going to hold it there. Hold it, squeeze it, feel that burn. Feel it. Feel it to stay there. Embrace the pain. Let your brain feel the pain because you can stay there. Ready? Yes, and we're done. That was a sneaky one, but sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. All right, so let's go on to our stretching. We really do need to work on those hamstrings because we really did burn them today. So what we're going to do, our opposite arm to the opposite leg. So we're, for example, if you're doing your right hamstring, you've got your left arm over. And so here, that way, you know, you really feel your lower back stretch as well as your hamstrings. And let's swap. Fantastic. Alrighty, now if you've got your, I'm going to try and stretch here. Fantastic. We've got our chest, so we're bringing these crossed but at the back. Yep. Chest out, really feeling that stretch in your arms and chest. Fantastic. Hope you enjoyed that. Until next time.